What about when I want to go to break?
All right, so when you go to break, what you want to do is you'll turn down your mic,
Yeah.
and then the left side, that left computer, there will be, it'll say start. On the left side, there will be a green box at the top left. It'll say start. You will just hit that, and they will run until they get to another talk break.
Okay, on the left-hand side of the screen.
Yeah, the left screen. You should notice that down the road, that there are just different buttons. The top one will always be green.
All right, I gotta go. Thanks, Andrew.
Yep.
Just us today. Andrew overslept.
Get started at unbankmyride.com. No car payments for 3 months. Only at Community Choice. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. Credit.
KRNT Des Moines is 1021 FM and 1350 ESPN.
It's because you're not trying to sell
Radio Group
He's the
Station.
next Dan Marino. You're not doing that.
But
you're
for
just
example,
allowing me to like his play and embrace the moment in which the young man is doing, opposed to trying to tell me he's the top
1021
quarterback
FM
in the
and
draft.
1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. This is Outdoors Dan, and we're going to do a little different show today because it's just you and I until Andrew gets here. Andrew kind of overslept and had some car trouble, so it's going to be a fun show, me running the boards. I haven't ran these boards and I don't know when, and we're just going to have to get through it until he gets here, right? Morning, everybody. So forgive me if I'm not attentive there. I need to go over, and we got guests today. Show's brought to you today by the fine folks at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. I want to thank the fine folks over there. If you're looking for some storage and you need a little help, call Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. They'll help you out. 515-822-1362, 12 by 50 assigned spot, secure gates 24/7, security cameras, discount for multiple spots. And Tracy, Dick, and Danielle will do a great job of getting you where you need to go. Good morning, Tony, Brant, Hoyt. Love that on the go-to production. I hear you. Good morning, James, Hoyt. Well, I don't know where all the music and stuff is. Andrew does all that, so we're gonna have fun. All right, we got some good guests going on, so I need to first off, I need to do this. And I need to turn my phone off, did I do that? So I don't have people ringing me up during the show. Okay, I got that. I think I got that. Yep. So there we go. I got that. And we got that. And I need to go over to the phones. Phones. Phones on. Let's see. We got a dial tone. We're doing good. All right. See, this is how the sausage is made. If you ever wonder what Andrew's doing while I'm over on the other side. I'm trying to dial as we speak, folks. How are you doing this morning on this? Answering machine. Hey, Pete, it's Outdoors Dan. We're calling you for the radio show. Could you call me back at 515-244-1350? 515-244-1350. Thanks, Pete. All right. Let's see if Pete calls back. Anyway, we're on the air. We're going strong. Things are good. My wife just called me, and apparently we had a deer hit. Jenny, if you're listening, call the sheriff's department or call the conservation department. And that's all you can do right now. I think it was a doe. If I saw it, it was a doe bedded down across the street. So I don't know if she got hit, or I know there was 3 or 4 of them on the other side of the fence. But people, slow down, man. It's a 35-mile-an-hour road over there. I don't know why you people need to do 50 miles an hour. Ridiculous. So that's why you talked. Have you noticed that people just don't care about that stuff anymore? They just do what they want. If they want to speed, they speed. Morning, Gary. Hi, Tony. Kevin, good morning. Hope all is well, my friend. I'm fine. Andrew's fine. He's just late. Fishing Dave, good morning. It's just a 35 mile an hour. Why, it's a residential area. Why do you feel the need to do 45, 50, 55 miles an hour? And you're going down an icy hill. Does it make any sense? Doesn't make any sense. Morning, Chris. Good morning, Aaron. Yeah. What's up, Hoyt? Brant, how you doing? All right. So we had Pete Hildreth on this morning, and I don't know why he did not answer, unless he thinks I'm going to call him from my cell phone. But I just left him a message. Let me see if I can get. Let me see if I can get this here real quick. Let me call him on my cell phone and see if he answers. Don't you love live radio? I'm telling you. What a beautiful week. Pete, I'm going to call you back. Yeah, hey, Pete, it's Dan. I'm having to run the whole thing by myself today, so I'm going to call you right back on the station line, okay?
Perfect.
All right.
See you in a minute.
All right, bye-bye. All right, so that's Pete. Let's see if we can get Pete back on the line here. All right, so you guys can hear him. Da, 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 da. 0955. Don't you love this? Don't you love when stuff happens on live radio? Hey, Clint, good morning. Hey, Pete, hang on for me, okay? All right, buddy, hang on for me. All right, we got Pete. We got Pete there. Let me turn the phone on here. You hit that. Pete, are you there?
I'm here, Dan.
How you doing, Pete?
Doing wonderful this morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, buddy. I'm doing good. My board op and producers overslept and having car trouble. The pod to the far right of the board, turn it up. The pod on the very far right. The very far right. I did that. Yeah. So, hey, Pete, say something else. Pete, the pod. Now, why can't I hear Pete? Program. Great. Pete, are you still there? Pete? Did we lose Pete? All right. What did I do wrong here? Pete, are you there? Pete? Hello, Pete. Going once. Pete? Hello, Pete. Folks, can you hear Pete? Give me a thumbs up. Why can I not hear Pete? Pete, talk to me here. Let me see if I can hear you. Well, he's coming through there. I don't know why I'm not hearing him through his headphones. Let's see. Nope. We can't hear Pete. Pete, I'm going to put you on hold. Hang on. Let me call Andrew back. He was on. Make sure the button on the phones is red. The button on the phones is red. All right, Pete, can you hear me? All right. Pod to the very far right on the board, turn up and on. Pete, are you there? Well, your levels are good. Program.
I can hear you, Dan.
All right, I got you. I can hear you now.
It makes me feel better.
So here's what happened, Pete. My producer is he had car trouble and he's running late. So I'm running the boards and I have no idea. I haven't run boards here forever. So sorry about that.
Hey, don't you sweat it. We'll get through it together.
Yeah, there you go. So what's going on with the DNR, Pete?
Well, I'll tell you what. You know, tomorrow is the last day of 2 seasons that we still have for whitetail deer hunters. We've got the population management January antlerless season that ends January 22nd, as well as our excess tag January antlerless season that's going on right now that hunters are participating in.
How did now this is the first year. Now this is the rifle season for the leftover antlerless tags, right?
That is correct.
How are sales for that?
Sales are going well. So what I will tell you, so that's exactly right. Last year, the legislators created a new law that allowed any of the excess tags, so any of the unsold antlerless tags that were available after the late muzzleloader season. So basically at midnight on January 10th, those were available for hunters, and they were restricted to just to rifles from .223 up to .50.
Uh-huh.
And we had 20 counties that did have tags available at midnight on January 10th. All of those counties had sold out of their excess antlerless tags except for 6 of them. I looked it up this morning, and there still are 6 counties that have tags available. So if people are listening today and still want to get out today or tomorrow, there are still 6 counties that have antlerless tags available, and hunters are utilizing them. We have that in conjunction with what we called our population management January antlerless season. This wasn't the first year of that, and the department was strategic with that one, where the season would be available in Allamakee, Winneshiek, Decatur, Appanoose, Monroe, and Wayne counties. And those tags went on sale the third Monday in December. And our goal there was, those are areas in the state that the department has recognized. Those are 6 counties that the department has recognized that we need to reduce that herd number in those counties down. And those are also ones that coincide with CWD. And so we strategically wanted and intentionally wanted to get hunters to those counties. And so we did see after that third Monday, so basically after the second shotgun season, again, hunters stepped up, and we did see good license sales for those 6 population management January antlerless season counties. And what makes it a little bit different than the excess tag season is we do not limit, the department put that one in rules, and we did not limit the method of take. And so hunters could utilize their shotguns, their muzzle loaders, and the same caliber rifles that were allowed during that excess tag January antlerless season.
I gotcha. Well, I'm hoping everybody. I think anybody gets a chance to get out and take an opportunity, no matter what weapon of choice is. I think that's a good thing. We want everybody getting outdoors, and we want to manage the resource, right, Pete?
That's exactly right.
Right. There's there's bucks dropping their antlers, so everybody needs to make sure they're got their binos with them. And Pete, what's a good way to distinguish a doe from a buck if they drop their antlers?
Good question. I like what you said about I think hunters just need to take their time. And, this is the time of year where hunters do hunt a little bit different, right, Dan? They might be in their elevated deer stand. They might be in a nice warm blind. And so usually they're hunting maybe a food source or somewhere where they know those deer are walking to and coming out. And so there's usually no rush. So examine those deer with your binoculars, like you said. Look at their body size, look at their neck. I'd look for those. I think I'm saying the right word, kind of that pedestal, where that base, where those antlers were. You might even be able to see that base if you've got good optics. The other thing is maybe just kind of study what they got around them. Now, I know we went through a season, so maybe those adult does don't have their fawns with them anymore. but just kind of pay attention to what the other group looks like and who's with them.
Yeah, they should be getting back together here, but yeah, if they've already dropped their antlers, they're going to have brown. You're going to be able to see markings on top of their head where the antlers were. So just in Pete too, there you can tell by a buck and a doe the nose or the face structure is different.
Well said, Dan. That's a good point.
Yeah,
And you would say just a little bit. How would you describe that difference, Dan? Just for
well, a buck is going to have more of that pronounced nose, that Roman nose, that big nose. They're going to have more rounded. It's where a doe's going to have that elongated nose or face.
Perfectly said. That's a great tip.
Yeah. So just I always look at the body size, like what you said. A buck's going to be bigger than a doe, and then look up top and see if they got any markings. If they've dropped it, they'll have some. You should be able to see some like brown. I want to say brown spots, but is it preceable or what? Is it pedestal or preceable or I can't remember the exact name for it, but where that antler is shed, where the blood supply cut off, you're going to see that.
Exactly.
Right, and then just take your time and just take your optics with you. That'll really help you. I know that helps me in the field. So, hey, speaking of deer, Pete, my wife just called me. We apparently on the way home, I saw a doe bedded right by the road off of 22nd Street in Hartford. I don't know if she got hit or had something happen to her, but my wife goes, "What do I do?" I said, "Well, call the sheriff's department." And what else can you do besides that when you see a wild animal in distress, Pete?
I think you just said a good tip. What we recommend is that people call the non-emergency dispatch number. You don't necessarily need to call 911 since it's not an emergency, but every county or city has a non-emergency number, and that's what we recommend is that you give them a call, and then what they will do, they will either address it themselves or they might contact the local conservation officer. But I think it's best because obviously, depending on the situation, I've always recommended to call the non-emergency number.
So should she call Des Moines Police or the Polk County Sheriffs?
I would probably call the Polk County Sheriffs.
Okay, Jan, if you heard, we got the head guy at the DNR there, so or the big administrator. So there you go. That's what. I don't even know what your official title is. Is it Department Administrator?
Yep. So I'm the Division Administrator for the Iowa DNR's Conservation and Recreation Division. As you know, Dan, the Iowa Department of Natural Resources is made up of two divisions.
Yep.
We have an Environmental Services and a Conservation and Recreation Division, and I'm fortunate to serve as your division administrator. And so what does that mean? That means that I'm very fortunate to supervise our chiefs of the 5 major bureaus of the Con and Rec Division, and that consists of our Fisheries Bureau, Wildlife Bureau, our Law Enforcement Bureau, which is our conservation officers, our Parks, Forest and Preserves Bureau, and then our Land and Waters Engineering Bureau.
Yeah, and who's the wildlife chief now?
Yep, our chief of wildlife is Todd Bishop.
Okay, so that's Dick Bishop's son, if I remember right.
That is correct.
Yeah, Todd's a good guy. I like Todd. I'm getting Alzheimer's, man. I just can't keep things in my head like I used to. I got to write them down, Pete.
The world moves fast, don't it, Dan?
It's moving faster, man. I'm not even 60 yet. It's like, whoa, what's going on?
I'll tell you what, Iowans should be proud of their, the leadership and the people that are looking after their public trust resource. They're all very passionate and dedicated professionals, and they care about the resource, but also the Iowans because they recognize how important they are in helping us conserve and enhance our resource. And we've talked about this a lot, how hunters are conservationists, and our deer hunters play a critical role in managing our deer herd. Like I told you, we still have 2 days left, and so our harvest will continue to hopefully hunters still harvest some deer these next 2 days, but hunters stepped up, and we do have an increase of harvest from the 21-22 season. we have an increase from last year, and last year I think hunters harvested a little over 102,000 deer statewide, and as of this morning, the numbers are showing me 108,643 deer have been harvested.
That's awesome.
22-23 season.
Yep. Hey, got a question here. Said Clark County tags are still available. What guns can they use?
Yep. For the Clark County season, the only guns that they can use for the excess deer tag would be rifles from that 223 up to that .50.
Yeah. All right.
Only the rifles for the Clark County.
Okay. All right, Todd. Excuse me. Pete, hang on. I'm going to try. I got to take a real quick break. I'm going to try and do this real quick. So hang on. Don't go nowhere. And we'll be right back, hopefully. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dan.
Do you love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field? Well, then you need to check out Alive Action Decoys. Hey guys, it's Outdoors Dan here. Alive Action Decoys. This is stressing me out. Realistic decoy systems you can deploy while you're in the field turkey hunting. Wade and Teresa Goddard start with a Dave Smith gobbler decoy and then apply their patented system that allows you to raise your decoy's tail fan up and down, move it side to side, and even walk that tom up and back while it's on the platform. Alive Action Decoys are so amazingly lifelike, though. You're going to fool even the weirdest little boss tom you got running around your woods. Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old US of A. For more information about Alive Action Decoys, please check them out on Facebook or call them at 815-674-1626. Take it from me, Outdoors Dan. They're going to help you be more successful in the field this year.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
Did you hear the news? The Olive Tap has a brand new location in the district of Prairie Trail in Ankeny and is now serving fresh salads and sandwiches every day. The Olive Tap is your one destination for the finest cooking oils, spices, and vinegars, and now fresh salads and sandwiches. They now have even more of your favorite olive oils from Italy, Greece, Spain, and other countries, with unique flavors like Tuscan herb, basil, spicy garlic and Parmesan, smoky bacon, and jalapeno, just to name a few. The Olive Tap also offers special oils like avocado and walnut oils, not to mention 20 different varieties of balsamic vinegars, including raspberry, strawberry, hickory barbecue, sour apple, dark chocolate, and many more. The Olive Tap carries sauces, spices, seasonings, jellies, and other fine cooking items that anyone who cooks would enjoy. They even offer cooking classes and tasting parties. Stop by the Olive Tap at the District of Prairie Trail, 1610 Southwest Main Street, Suite 105 in Ankeny, 515-964-1065, or at theolivetap.com.
Hi guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered.
How's everybody doing today? Sorry, I got to watch the boards over here. Not ignoring you.
Dixie Six to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods
Andrew threw me a curveball this morning.
From small to
Stuff happens.
Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and
I haven't ran these boards in probably, 3 years? I think that happened 3 years ago.
They're one of America's favorite fish to go after.
The ones at home are easier, I'm telling you.
Or a slab. Folks love to chase after the tasty crappie. And the folks at PureCrappie.com are waiting to help you limit out your next fishing trip. Whether you dip, troll, or cast for them, PureCrappie.com has the baits, tackle, and apparel every crappie angler will appreciate. So before you head to your favorite fishing hole, head on over to PureCrappie.com. That's PureCrappie.com. They will help you catch more fish.
Let's talk about a story, an Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story
One more
of
left.
Distilling Company.
What's everybody up to today?
Whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas, Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at ReveltonDistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
We all want the deadliest broadheads out there. Have you tried a slick trick? Slick tricks are one of the most accurate and deadliest broadheads on the market.
Coming
Slick
back.
Trick just added to their arsenal with a new torch slick trick. This mechanical head is
Got Pete Helderthon from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, so we're going to have some good info here in a minute.
Standard slick trick that just won another award for cutting diameters. They feature an all-steel ferrule Alcatraz blade lock system.
Yeah. I got to go.
Moment of impact that will help you get your game. Bow hunters need gear they can depend on 100% of the time. You wait all season for that shot. Don't trust it to a head that may not deliver a short recovery. For more info, go online to www.slicktrick.net. This year, trick 'em with Slick Trick broadheads and tag your game.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. We're going back to the phones. I got Mr. Pete on the line, and we're talking a little bit about what's going on with the DNR. Pete, you still there?
Yeah, good morning.
Hey, I'm just happy it worked again.
We're doing good.
Yeah, see, I run the boards on the app and everything on the Outdoor Call Radio app that we, I don't even know if you knew this or not, but we launched a 24/7 outdoor radio station last year that's heard all over North America. So it's nothing but outdoor content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I actually own that. It's called the Outdoor Call Radio. You can download the app on iTunes, on the Apple Store, Google Play Store, or you can listen to it on Alexa. And we got some really good shows running Monday through Sunday, and just nothing but good outdoor information. And I do a couple live shows during the week on that, and I just run the boards at my studio at the house. But night and day difference from what I got at home to what I got in front of me now.
That's outstanding. Outdoor Call Radio.
Yep.
Definitely have to check it out, man.
Yeah, Pete, do that. The Outdoor Call Radio. Hey, and listen, I was going to talk to Director Lyon about this, but if there's anything that the DNR would like to do, if you guys have a 25-minute or 30-minute show that you guys do every week, I'll be more than happy to put you on that network. I mean, we had over 50,000 people listening last year. So.
Well, we greatly appreciate the offer, and I will share that invite to our communications outreach and marketing bureau chief as well as the director and see if there's an opportunity, because as you know, just communication and getting the word out about what we do and how we can serve Iowans and just outdoor recreationists is what we're all about.
Well, Pete, I just think that's the future. I mean, it just seems like the younger generation, and when I say younger, I'm 58. If you're 40 or less, everybody's in their live streaming podcasts. That's what they seem to be gravitating to. So I thought this was kind of a happy medium while still keeping it as a live radio station. So we got it. I think we got our plan for the next 10 years anyway.
That's outstanding. Well, look forward to seeing if there's opportunities to collaborate in that.
Hey, you need to download that, Pete, because I actually got a show that plays on Wednesdays. It's called Warden Watch. It's Lieutenant Wayne Davidson out of Maryland. He just retired. He was a lieutenant in the Warden's office division. And he interviews DNR and game wardens all across the country every week. I think you would like that show. It's pretty good.
That's awesome. I bet there's some interesting stories that come out of that.
Oh, Pete, you would be surprised, man. You would be surprised. Hey,
I might hear some of those on a daily basis.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I listen. I think I always brag on everybody over there. I always say, You know, folks, if you knew the amount of time and money that a lot of the DNR employees spend out of their own time and out of their own pocket to do their job because the budget just isn't where it needs to be, you would be shocked. And I've been in Iowa 22 years now, and I've said since I got here, coming from Missouri, which had one of the richest conservation departments in the nation, I really think you all do a really good job with the resources you have.
Well, that means a lot, Dan, and we're fortunate. We hear that wherever we go. It's so cool to see when our staff are, at an event, whether it's the Iowa Deer Classic or a fisherman swap meet. I stand off to the side and I see it one after another of people telling our staff how grateful they are for their service, and yeah, I heard the comment earlier this year that for a lot of them, it's not a career, but it's a calling. And we see that the passion that these men and women have to to serve Iowans and conserve and enhance our natural resources that we have. They're very driven, and it's evident day to day in our work.
Absolutely. Hey, Clint's got a question for you. He wants to know he's 60. He's 62-year-old now, and he's been shooting a bow for 45 years, but his shoulders are starting to really give out. What's he got to do to get a crossbow permit?
You bet. There's definitely a process for that. I think the best tip I can give him is going on the DNR's website and just Googling crossbow permit, and there is a form. There's a form where you can either have your physician or now your physician's assistant sign off, and they give those. There's two types. There's either a temporary or a permanent. A temporary would be like, let's just say I broke my arm this year and gonna hunt a crossbow, but hopefully I don't have any residual issues, and so maybe that year I get the temporary. But if you're like Clint and 62 and it's your shoulder don't allow it, work with your. It's really simple. Just have your physician or physician assistant fill out that form, submit it to the department, and he'll be good to go. He'll be hunting with a crossbow next season.
Hey, we got paddlefish season coming up here in a month or so. How's that looking for Iowa?
Yeah, that is an opportunity, especially over on the Missouri River and the Mississippi River. As far as I'm hearing, there's still good opportunities. My understanding, I did catch a paddlefish that first year that Iowa had their season on the Missouri River. I don't think the population's quite as high as like the Mississippi River. I think there's maybe more opportunity, but both rivers, depending on which side of the state you live on, there is going to be opportunities once that ice comes out. Because I know one thing that's going on the Missouri River right now. We've been hearing reports of ice jams, and so there is kind of a small window there, Dan. And I noticed that when I was over on the Missouri River, that you really you kind of want to go after those paddlefish. It seems like early in that season before those fish disperse out of those wintering holes.
Yep.
We like those wintering holes around those, around the wing dams, the wing dikes. And once they start dispersing and that water goes up, it's a little harder to find them. Now on the Mississippi River, I think what they do is they'll migrate to those holes below the dams.
Yeah.
And so they're a little bit more concentrated. But yeah, those are definitely going to be some good opportunities for people that are not wanting to do the hard water ice fishing right now and ready to get that boat out on the rivers.
Well, I was just a little bit concerned about it with the amount of lack of moisture we've had. I mean, some parts of that river is really, really low right now, so hopefully we get a little more moisture before it opens up, huh?
That's a good point. There's no doubt the Missouri, that's my understanding, that it was low going into the winter. But you also bring up a good point because, I was thinking, well, that's one of the first times of the year people get their boats out.
Yep.
And you got to be a little cautious because it's your first time maybe getting that boat out. Plus, those rivers can be a little hairy at times. But what I was going to say is what's neat about those river systems, you don't necessarily have to fish out of a boat. There was a lot of people, especially on that Missouri River, where they would access public lands, and then they would go out on those wing dams and be able to fish from shore and actually snag those paddlefish right off of those wing dams. And so you don't necessarily, you might just be an angler with just a rod and reel and walking out there. So
Yeah, boy, they're good eating, man. You've ate them, haven't you?
I did. I had it, and it was definitely a nice piece of meat.
Yeah, that's for sure. What time were we at now? We had 7:33 and some change. Pete, real quick, what are you hearing about turkeys? I try to get Jim Coffey on the air as much as I can. I love Jim. He needs a raise, by the way. That's my opinion. But
isn't Jim the absolute best? He's not afraid to talk, is he, Dan?
oh, he's just a plethora of information, man.
He really is. Every time, yeah. So I got to see Jim Coffey the last couple weeks because the department, our wildlife staff, and our conservation officers have just completed their 5 district meetings about deer and turkey discussion to talk about season recaps. And Jim provided updates on the turkey season. And one of the things he was proud to say is he reminded us because, just like we talked about, just like our hunters are getting older, we've got a new generation of folks working for the department. And, it's good to remember our history and that it wasn't that long ago when the state of Iowa didn't have a wild turkey population. And so he reminded all of us that, the department, the Iowa Conservation Commission began stocking turkeys back in the 1960s, and the state of Iowa had their first wild turkey season in 1974. And so this year, 2023, is the 49th anniversary of turkey hunting in Iowa. And, 2024 is going to be the 50th anniversary. Iowa has what we aim for. For deer, we try to have a harvest goal. Our harvest goal is of 100 to 120,000 whitetail deer harvested per year. And for turkeys, we do it different. We want a quality hunt, and so we don't necessarily have a harvest goal. But what Jim Coffey's educated me on is that if we have about a 22% hunter harvest success for spring turkeys. And so for the most part, our goal is just a quality hunt. We want to have them hear those gobbles out there and hopefully have success.
Yeah. Well, that's the big thing. We just want to keep them flocks growing and stuff. And we've been talking about trying to get people to get in and do more trapping and do what they can to minimize nest robbers. And, Pete, a lot of it is it's carrying capacity. You got to make sure that everything's in balance, and you got to have the habitat for those ground nesting birds. And if you do that, things can get good. But with the price of furs that's diminished as bad as it is, it's a struggle to get people out there trapping some of the fur bearers out there.
That is true. There's a lot of factors out there, and the department is trying to learn more about that. I'll maybe give you a couple numbers. So last year, so on average, Iowans harvest around 12,000 turkeys in the spring.
Uh-huh.
Spring obviously is definitely our higher harvest. We do have a fall season. I think we only harvest around 400 turkeys in the fall, so it's not really utilized by a lot of hunters, but there are some diehards that love that fall season. Last year in 2022, Iowans harvested, or I should say statewide, we had 11,933 turkeys harvested. The peak harvest we had was in the COVID year, 2020, where we had 14,000. But that was kind of a blip, right? Like there was, all Iowans we were on lockdown. We wanted a place to go outside, and we saw a record harvest that year. Now those numbers went back down in 21 and kind of stayed where they historically are in 22, around that 12,000 harvest. But what I was going to say to your comment was the department recognizes that the turkey population, we are seeing in our trends that those numbers have declined over the last few years. And it's not unique to the state of Iowa.
Oh
You're
no,
seeing
it's all over the Midwest, Pete.
it's all over the Midwest and the United States. And so
Yeah.
Jim Coffey, Dan Kaminsky, and members of our Iowa DNR Wildlife Bureau research section, they are collaborating with other states, and we're currently doing a 10-year study to look at hen survival and poult survival, because there is no doubt it is tough for those hen turkeys to lay eggs and have survival of their poults. And it's preliminary. We've only got, I think, a year or two of data, but we're seeing it's a tough world out there for those hen turkeys to bring off a brood.
Yeah, no, I get it. A lot of almost, I don't know if it's 80% of Kansas is down to one bird now. They're just trying to mitigate and help the resource as much as they can. And then where I go every year to film the TV show, the outfitter he's decided to go to one bird also, even though you can buy 2 tags. We all did a gentleman's agreement and said we just do one bird this year to help the flocks. So.
Well, that says it all. So, you just reiterated what we're hearing, that it's definitely not an Iowa thing. It's occurring across the Midwest.
Yeah, I wasn't implying that, Pete. I just that's my favorite thing to bow hunt, and I just in Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Nebraska, it's all over. Trust me, and we talk about it quite a bit. So. Hey, Pete, I appreciate you for coming on today. I'm going to try and get you back on before deer season. I always enjoy having you on, and I apologize for the hiccups with not having Andrew here today. But can we do that, and can we get you on again before the fall?
I'd love it. Yeah, you call me anytime. One of the things that I'm really passionate about, Dan, people that know me, I'm an avid muskie angler, and I don't know if you got a lot of listeners that are into muskie fishing in the state of Iowa, but it's something I've been doing for over 20 years, very passionate about it. And so not only can I talk to you about deer, turkeys, pheasants, but I'm more than happy to talk angling and especially muskie fishing.
Well, we'll talk hunting in the water on muskies when we get you back on.
Awesome, buddy. Well, I always appreciate the opportunity, and I can't thank you enough for the support that you do for natural resources, and especially for the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. So thank you, Dan.
Oh, it's my honor, Pete. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Take care, sir.
Thank you, Pete. There he goes, Mr. Pete Hildreth from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Really good guy there. All right, I am really late for a break. We'll be right back. Tired or not sleeping or feeling pain all day? Well, you don't. What's up, Clint, Tom, Paul? Good to see you. Sorry, guys, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to. I got to run boards this morning. Josh, good to see you. Tony, hi, Joe, Jeff, Brant. Good morning, everybody. Clint Engel, Chris Hall. Good to see everybody. It's also helping me to stop having to take other medications that can cause me stomach issues to get relief. Emperor One offers lotions, drops, gummies, and other CBD products that have been helping folks all around this country. These products are totally natural. Well, there you go, Mike. Good for you. That's awesome. Help you start feeling like your old self again. So if you're looking for a natural way to find pain relief or reduce your daily stress, please go check out EmperorOneCBD.com. That's EmperorOneCBD.com, and your days will start feeling better really soon.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. If you're getting ready to go camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as possible. Campsite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors as problem-free as possible since 1999. Campsite employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product.
I tell you,
adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent.
Gotta love live radio, don't you?
This fully enclosed off-the-ground sleep shelter
just never know what's going to happen.
With the added protection of a tent. Campsite features several models of tent cots units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing all these great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make your adventures comfortable and carefree. Check out all these Camprite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse store or on the web at camprite.com. That's Camprite with a K.com. Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the most affordable cellular camera on the market. As you know, you educate your game.
Hey, Ned, what's going on? Hola, man.
With Reveal,
Good luck hunting down there. Going after coos deer? That's awesome. Hope you get a nice one. I have not got a coos deer. I would like to get one. That's a neat deer.
Verizon and AT&T is available. 24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night illumination, and data plans starting as low as $5 a month. The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera, add cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low as $5 a month. The new Reveal by Tacticam saves time, gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
So it's time to refill the tank. Where are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank? Well, why not fill up at Central Standard Restaurant? There's more than great burgers and handmade ice cream shakes waiting for you at Central Standard Restaurant. They specialize in great food like buttermilk fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon, or an Iowa pork tenderloin, to name just a few.
He's got that
Central
rejoiner
Standard
wrong.
Restaurant features a large menu that will be sure to please even the pickiest ones in your crew. The daily mac and cheese specials will bring a smile to any kid from 5 to 50. The shakes are just like Mom and Dad had back in their day. Cold, tall, and amazing.
All right, we got
Central
29
Standard
seconds.
Restaurant features shakes like birthday cake, cookie dough, strawberry cheesecake. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla are always available as well. From large screen TVs and plenty of local and domestic brews, you'll be relaxed and enjoying your time at the Central Standard so much, it'll become one of your go-to places. Carry out is always available at Central Standard. Central Standard Restaurant is located at 1222 Southeast University in
Did I leave my commercials
just
over
a
there?
short drive from anywhere. Central
Hold on,
Standard
we got
Restaurant,
4 seconds.
the perfect
No,
place
don't
to
worry
fill
about
your
it.
tank when you're hungry.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors. Dan Andrews made it in, so things should be smooth now for the rest of the show. There you go. How you doing, little buddy?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's about all I got at this point.
Oh.
At this point in the game.
You got some splaining to do.
I sure do.
You got some splaining to
I
do.
sure do.
All right, I want to thank Pete for coming on and having a great conversation there. We got Steph Lane from Woods and Waters on at 8 o'clock and Smoking Joe Smelter. I've got some fishing stuff to tell you about here. We got new shows on the Outdoor Call Radio app. If you're just listening for the first time, welcome. It doesn't really go like this every week. This is a rarity. But we're here 7 to 9 on 1350 ESPN. Now, on the Outdoor Call Radio app, that's the 24/7 outdoor radio station that we started. Did I leave the mic on? Sorry. We got some new shows that started the other day that I really think you've never listened, or if you listened for a while and you haven't been on there for a while, you need to come back and listen in. The Crappie Connection is on every Tuesday. That's our buddy Brad and them guys down from the Mississippi. They do a great job. We got Warden's Watch on Wednesdays. We got a brand new gun show. If you're into guns, Victory Drive is a show you're going to want to listen to on Thursdays. And if you like going down the rabbit hole, if you like talking about ghosts and UFOs and Bigfoots, I know it's not a hunting show. Well, it kind of is. We're hunting for Bigfoot. But actually, we're 2 shows in on that. That's a brand new show that I started a couple weeks ago. And actually, that's taken off. I mean, people are really enjoying that program.
And one of the things that you mentioned and Tobe mentioned that very first show that I think hits a lot of tones is that it's okay to be skeptical, and you should be.
Oh, I don't have a problem with somebody saying
and that's what he said. That's the guy who's making the movies. You have to be skeptical of it.
I'm a skeptic, except for some, there's a couple of things I
can't just dive into everything full force here.
Yeah, but I'm more open-minded than I was a couple years ago. I'm just telling you that and if you listen, you'll understand all that stuff. But hey, I got to take another quick break because I'm behind because I was trying to run the boards. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line.
I can move stuff around if we get crunched on time.
Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer.
But actually,
that buck that haunts you.
you're going to be
Pure
just
Whitetail
fine.
has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see.
What's up, everybody?
Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like
Mike, they do a good job.
And Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available
Morning, Smelter.
in liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent
Yeah, I
that
just
bucks
don't get
can't
why
resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of
they
hunters
mess
that are
up the
fun. Just go to
rejoiners like that. But it was
all they have to offer.
everything sounded good,
Seed,
thankfully.
grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities,
And then they do
and
this.
family.
They mess
Want
up
to be more successful in the field? PureWhitetail.com.
I don't get why
Or
they
look
do
them up
that.
on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
You do what?
When it comes
So at
to
the end
archery,
of
nothing is
a
more important than making sure your arrows are flying the way you need them to. That's why Pine Ridge Archery makes some of the straightest and quietest vanes on the market. The nitro vanes are designed to fly straight and quiet. They also have well pockets in the base of the vane to secure the vane to your arrow like no other. Pine Ridge Archery Products is more than vanes. They offer gear like the quick
Morning, Jason.
keep your bow ready
Thank
at
you.
all times when you're hunting from the ground. Pine Ridge Archery makes all these products in the U.S. and will always help your accuracy. Pine Ridge has everything you need to outfit your bow, from loops to servings, peeps, stabilizers, and glue. They have it all at Pine Ridge. You'll find all these products at Sportsman's Warehouse stores nationwide or at your favorite archery shop near you. For more information, please go to PineRidgeArchery.com. That's www.PineRidgeArchery.com.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll
3
feel
minutes
good
left
knowing
in
you've taken
this.
steps to protect what matters most.
I can move those
Plus, life
commercials
insurance
out.
is often more
Just keep it
affordable
on there.
than
People know we were behind. I had Pete on for 40 minutes.
Contact Darren Islander, agent at
good.
515-964-7575 today.
American Family
answer your phone, Jan.
Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 40 years. Itasca learned over the years that using only the highest quality materials and hardware is the way to make footwear for the whole family in all situations. Whether you're out elk
I
hunting,
thought that deer, somebody hit a deer right across the street from us. I pulled out this morning. She was bedding in the snow over there. I figured she got hit.
That sucks, man.
Hate to see deer get hit.
Especially around that.
They're speeding. They're doing 50 miles an hour down at 35.
All they're doing, yeah. They're not even. I mean, I'd be scared as heck to take that at anything like more than 20.
Everybody's in a hurry.
Itasca Footwear. It will keep you on the move.
So who was that? 8?
Taping your own hunts
Steph
is an
Lane.
exciting way to capture the moment.
Yeah, do you have her number?
Let me check. I think I do since the last, but I'll just write it down.
Easy to pack. Their patented shoulder system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground blind setup. The bases are affordable and
Did you call the sheriff?
for various wind directions. Multiple camera arms are available, including the stiff arm.
Is she still there?
Stiff arm Elite. They're made of high quality aluminum or carbon.
Oh, her head was up this morning.
There's the tripod and monopod options. They're quiet and maneuver easily within the blind. All models can handle Consumer Pro video and perform.
Okay. All right, hon. Thank you.
You can even custom pick your setups with Fourth Arrow camera.
Poor deer died.
If you're looking to tape your hunts this season, check out
that just makes me mad.
FourthArrowCameraArms.com. Outdoors Dan approved for the field for great video action.
You don't need to do that.
Going fishing
Is the person who hit him there?
We all want to be better.
I don't know.
They did.
She was bedded. I was pulling out and I drove right by her. They usually don't bed like that unless they're hurt. I had to get to the station. So.
Striker rods are scientifically proven to be more sensitive with their unique weave design, as much as 2 times as sensitive as other costly rod brands. Trica Casting Performance will give you up to 26% longer cast to keep your bait in the strike zone longer. Trica knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give you a rod that will cast longer and let you feel the bite better without putting the bite on your wallet. Trica rods are significantly less than other high-end rods available. They offer a 1-year, no-questions-asked guarantee. Trica rods can be returned for any reason up to 1 year after purchasing. They also come with a limited lifetime warranty. If you want to see what has anglers talking, go check out Trica Rods at Trica.com. That's Trika.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoors Call Radio Show with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Trica Rods, just heard the spot. We have a new rod partner on the show. Thanks to Mike and Larry and Tyson over there at Trica Rods. We appreciate that. We're going to have some really nice rods to be given away here in a couple weeks, so hang loose for that. I'm talking some nice stuff. All right, paddlefish season. We were talking with Pete about that. That is going to start on February 1st. Snagging season on the Missouri and Big Sioux Rivers opens up February 1 and goes through April 30th. Anglers fishing for paddlefish must have a valid Iowa fishing license along with a special paddlefish license and unused transportation tags. Please keep track of your catch and effort and complete the electronic survey after the paddlefish season whenever you harvested a fish or not. The information collected will help the Iowa Department of Natural Resources evaluate the success of the season and determine what potential changes and modification may be needed. If you catch a jaw-tagged fish, numbered band in the lower jaw, call the phone number on the tag, report the tag number, date of capture, capture location, and eye to fork length. Iowa DNR and other fisheries agencies tag paddlefish to better understand and manage populations. Tagging provides valuable information to estimate population size, fish movement, and growth. Ongoing drought conditions and low river levels might affect the Missouri River boat ramp access. We were just talking about that. If you want more information, just give the Iowa DNR a holler, or you can go online at iowadnr.gov/paddlefish, and they will take good care of you there. But paddlefish is good eating, man. If you never had it, they're a cartilage fish. They're like a shark. There's no bones in them. It's all cartilage. And, man, you can smoke them. You can grill them. It's good stuff. It really is a good tasting fish. And you snag them. Got a big old hook and snag them in. They're big, man. Spoonbill, paddlefish, all the same thing. They look like a shark without the teeth, but they got a big paddle. Crazy.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. I think I'm all caught up. How about that? We got all caught up. What's everybody doing this weekend? Everybody having fun, taking it easy, chilling out? Last weekend of the deer season for 21-22. Is that right? 21-22? 22-23. 22-23. Because it'd be 23-24 next year, right? So it'd be 22-23. It just takes forever. It's gonna take forever for turkey season to get here. It takes forever, and it's 2 wake ups and it's over. I mean, that's the way things go. I guess.
So fleeting.
It always goes so fast. I'm telling you.
I had a deer story for you.
What's that?
About Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Or Wednesday morning. I had woken up. Oh no! So when we had the big snow.
Yeah.
And so I woke up, and I don't know if deer do this a ton, but there was a deer in my backyard, a half-acre backyard.
Yeah.
And there's a prairie back there, so a lot of deer go in the prairie. But then, I mean, the deer was just laying down in the middle of my backyard on top of the stump that we had.
Yeah.
And it was dragging its head on the stump.
Yeah.
Is that normal?
Well, he was probably scratching.
Okay. It went on for like a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, he was probably head and itch. Did he leave?
Well, he ended up leaving. There was another deer that came up right next to him, and then they just like...
Yeah, he's all right.
Robotic got up.
Yeah. Morning, Raj. Good to see you, buddy. He's fine. We got to go again. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
If bow hunting or archery is your passion, get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. And
What's going on in New York, Roger?
Archery Field and Sports has been helping archers and bow hunters for generations. They have the experience to
You talked to Ralphie lately?
And help you reach your goals. Archery Field and Sports carries archery gear from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and
Do
Bear.
you think a
Plus,
lot of
all
the
top
listeners use like
extras and
Amazon
accessories you'll
Music?
ever need. Mark and his staff
Did anybody use Amazon Music out there? Let me know.
and our experts at personally fitting you
Because
to
if
the
you can
bow
get
you
them,
want. They also have a 40-yard indoor
you can get
range
them
that
on.
will help you with getting sighted in. Archery Field and
You can
Sports
get it
has
on
leads
Amazon.
and personal sessions available
Alexa,
for you.
then
A lot of work. Huh? What?
if they can get it on Alexa, I don't know
Archery Field and
what the
Sports
point is
at
going
East
on Amazon
56th
Music.
Street in
What, the
Altoona.
the downloads, or what?
Tuesday through Sunday
Well, it's
with
just
leads during the week.
Amazon
For
Music.
more
It's
information, go to
I think ultimately you have to
archeryfield.com
buy
or
a
call
subscription to get like unlimited music, and so you can just
Are
request
you
stuff.
getting ready for hunting season?
So
Well,
I
you've
don't know.
done your homework, and
There's gonna
now
be
the
a lot
time
of
is
people.
getting
I
close.
mean,
One
if
thing
we
after
want it,
you're
it's there. I'll
harvesting
get
that
it,
deer
but
or wild game,
unless
Do we got to pay
where are you
for
going
it?
to take it?
we don't have to pay
Well,
for it,
I
but
have
they
the
would have to
answer.
go
I
ahead
don't want
and.
them to pay for. Have to pay for it.
So
I want it to be
Milo,
free.
Iowa.
I want it to be free.
if they have
Free.
to, great.
I don't want you guys paying for content that we put out. Andrew asked me if we want to go on Amazon Music, but I don't want you guys having to pay for it.
You can have your deer, moose, elk,
As long as I'm okay with partnerships and everything, I'll never ask for a subscription fee. I'll never ask for. I want everything to be free for everybody to enjoy. I don't want to charge. We got enough bills. I wouldn't pay to listen to me. Why should I ask you to? Morning, David.
and need a good locker, try the Milo locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
As we head to the field this hunting season, you need to remember to work up your pet's activity level slowly. Don't take them out on opening day and expect them to perform without having any previous exercise. Remember to have a proper first aid kit for your pet when you go into the field. That should include bandage materials, gauze, antibiotic ointment, and items that could be used as a splint if needed, plus a muzzle, even friendly dogs.
That's this one.
Please make sure your pet is current on all vaccines before you head out. Your pet should also have a
Yeah, he had the rejoiner before the commercials.
to go hunting.
Instead of the commercials in the rejoiner.
Yeah.
I don't know why he does that.
Well, he does. Yeah. I don't know. You physically have to go in there because it was set prior.
Be careful and have
Yeah,
fun.
that's fine.
But he just did it there and left that as the template.
This message has been
I
brought
never
by Dr.
understood
Steve
his reasoning for anything.
Veterinary Hospital. For questions about keeping your pet healthy, contact Dr. Steve by phone at 515-9865.
Oh, Jenny's upset, man. That breaks her heart when she sees one of them deer get hit. I don't think any of us like to see it. I mean, it's one thing if you're hunting. You know, I just hate to see an animal suffer, and bothers me too.
Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Herman's Fine Jewelers, 2900 University in West Des Moines. Give them a holler at 222-2600. Valentine's Day is coming up. They'll help you with that special someone in your life. They've been helping Iowans for over 34 years. They got over 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stock. In-store jewelry repair, custom jewelry options are available. Plus, if you're looking to trade something in to get a new trolling motor, a new shotgun, new bow, whatever, they will help you out because they will give you the best prices in town. It's all right there for you at Herman's Fine Jewelers. Fine fellers right there. Tell them Outdoors Dan sent you. Yeah, I talked to Yegi the other night. He said he actually had a new patient come in and say, that outdoor guy sent me. Made Scott all happy. I said, well, there you go. I don't have to. No, I took all the pressure off of me for the whole year. He goes, yeah, he had to have a couple crowns, and I said, well, shoot, I need a raise. Dr. Yagi, man, I'm telling you, appreciate old Dr. Yagi. All right, let's go to the phones. We got our friend Steph Lane on the line. How you doing, Steph?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing well. Thank you very much for coming on today. It was hairy the first hour. I'm glad I didn't have you on at 7 because I had to run the boards and everything. It was not pretty.
Glad to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah. So you've been all over the place. Was you just goose hunting?
Yeah, my boyfriend, good friend, brother, dad, and I were goose hunting in Missouri, duck and goose hunting, speckle belly.
I just played the show. What was the name of the show? Don't noon. What it started with an N. What was it?
Oh, they call me Nooner.
They Call Me Nooner. There you go. I
Yeah.
kind of chuckle. I was chuckling on that one. With that, that's
Yeah.
what aired yesterday on the app.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, that's perfect timing. Nooner Hall is a great guide. He's a character in Missouri. We've been going hunting with him for the last 3 years. He's a good time.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. So, how's Woods and Waters doing? Is this your second or third year doing that?
Oh, I'm going on to my 4th year
Oh, four.
almost
Wow.
now.
Wow.
Yeah. As far as like the organization goes, I have had the podcast for just a little over 3 years, and I've been hosting workshops and events and teaching classes for a little over 3 years now.
Now you're an outdoor mentor, but then and that's what you do for a job, right? You're going out there trying to get outdoor mentoring programs set up in the around the state of Iowa.
So I'm the Iowa program coordinator for Pass It On Outdoor Mentors, which is a nonprofit based out of Kansas. It's been around for about 20 years. Mike Christensen is the CEO. Brittany French is the vice president. Awesome team. I'm the Iowa coordinator, so I have the whole state currently. And so my job is to find mentors and land and coordinate hunts for youth across the state, but I also mentor them as much as I can. And then I also do some contracting with the Iowa DNR to teach classes and events to Iowa adults too. So doing all the things.
Well, that's been now. What is your biggest challenge trying to set up mentoring programs?
Oh gosh. Well, since I have the whole state, it kind of varies with the challenges because, hunting and outdoor activities on the eastern side of the state is different than the western side of the state.
Mm-hmm.
But, and population and all of that. But I would say one of my biggest challenges right now is how busy kids are. We have a lot of interest in youth getting out hunting or fishing, but if they're in a sport or if they're in choir or involved in anything, it's really hard to nail down their schedule to get them out there and have that match up with the mentor. That's one of the hardest parts, is especially if they're interested, but they haven't fallen in love with it yet. They're not necessarily going out of their way to schedule it yet. But once we get them hooked, and those kids sign up over and over again. But it's that initial getting them on the calendar and making it work for their life, because everyone's so busy.
Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, I would love to do some of that stuff. I got about another 3-4 years doing TV, and then once I get off of that, then I'll probably give you a holler and see if I can start mentoring a little bit, doing that, because
awesome.
I just it's just so hard trying to get all my content done, and then trying to do anything on top of that. It's a struggle just to get the content done sometimes, but.
Yeah, no, totally get that.
Oh, I'm telling you, I've been I can't believe 23 years on TV now. It's crazy. So it goes by quick. One of the things that I appreciate someone like you, Steph, and what you're doing out there is, you got a passion for it, and and you're trying to get kids involved in that. I think how do I say this and not come off like I'm being negative, because I'm not trying to be negative. I think a lot of the conservation groups used to have that fire, but I don't see the intensity of it like I did 20 years ago from a lot of the organizations. I mean, they're still out there talking about other, getting kids involved and stuff, but I just don't see the intensity that I did, and it's refreshing to see somebody out there like yourself trying to do that with that intensity. And getting these people involved, because I've always said, as long as I've been on the radio, if you put a rod and reel or a shotgun or a bow in a child's hand, you've enriched their life for the rest of their life. And it teaches them self-confidence, it teaches them woodsmanship, and it gives them a hobby that they're going to be able to go and relax and have stress-free times in the outdoors the rest of their time, and that's invaluable.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah, and as far as the conservation groups go, I know they're always kind of changing and getting new leadership and that sort of thing.
And I'm not picking on anybody, Steph. That's why I said I'm not trying to come off as a negative Nelly here. I just you get a lot of those committees, you have so much turnover, and it's hard enough trying to get your committees and your banquet, your dinners done, and everything else, and then try to do. I mean, it's like anything else. I mean, let's just say it like it is. You got 3 or 4 people doing all the work.
Yeah, definitely. I've been really active member of a couple different groups in the past, and they definitely can be like that. And we do have some chapters though. Like it's not across the board, but we have some chapters of some conservation groups that go above and beyond to partner with us because in return, we get mentors and we get kids out, but for them, it gets their chapter out there to a brand new demographic of people and possibly new members in the future. So it's a win-win for everyone involved. If they get involved with us, it helps on such a bigger scale.
Well, no, it's teamwork makes the dream work, right? I mean, it's just like I said. I'm not being negative at all. I think the NWTF, Ducks Unlimited. I think Pheasants Forever. Who am I missing? Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. I think all those groups do wonderful things, and there's SCI. There's other groups out there too. I've been passionate about the National Wild Turkey Federation for the last 38 years. I mean, I love bow hunting turkeys. And I always thought their Jake's program was an excellent way or an extension to get kids involved. They had scholarship opportunities, and I think DU and PF and that stuff does as well. But like I said, I just we've lost some chapters over the years, and I think that's why I think it's important to have somebody doing stuff statewide like yourself. That it's not chapter or it's not conservation group specific. You're out there trying to do everything and get kids involved as much as you can.
Yeah. Yep.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Now, when you start doing Bigfoot tours and stuff like that, I'm definitely signing up for that.
Oh, so you're a believer.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm 58. I'll be 59 next month, and I grew up in the 70s, and Bigfoot was big back then. There was tons of sightings and stuff. So I've always loved the lore of that kind of stuff, and I've never seen anything, never heard anything, and I was a skeptic. Even though I loved it, I was skeptical. But I started this new show. It's called Unknown Files, and I for the last 6 months I've been talking to biologists and other people that go out or that they analyze stuff, and there's been a couple people that's kind of opened my mind about some of this stuff. And can I say that it's really out there for sure? I can't. Can I say it's not out there for sure? I don't know if I can say that anymore either. I mean, for a accredited biology professor at a big university to come out and say something's there, that's a pretty bold statement,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, hey, 87 people have reported seeing him in Iowa.
Yeah, there's I don't remember the site, but there is a site that keeps a live track of any reports, and it keeps it breaks it down by state.
It's called the BFO, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you I had to do all this research for this thing. Yeah.
Yes, because it's not .com, because if you do .com, that's like a religious site, I think. It's like .something. You have to be careful how you type it in because it's like 2 different things. But yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Hey, if I see one, I don't care if they make fun of me or not. If I see one, that's going to be. I just want to see one. If it's real, I want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to know exactly what his favorite jerky is.
Oh my gosh! If you had one question to ask Bigfoot, that's going to be your.
I'm going to say, pardon me, Daryl. What's your favorite jerky, really? And he's going to say, Soldier Boy Outdoors.
Yeah.
No, I just like it and stuff, and hey, you gotta, life's too short. You gotta have fun with it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely agree.
And I believe in ghosts because I'm telling you what, I've been turkey hunting I don't know how many times, and I've heard gobbles, and there's nothing there. So I totally believe in ghosts.
I don't know. I don't know if that would be a good example of ghosts.
Yeah. Well, how else do you explain it? There's a disembodied gobble, Steph, and he never shows up. I mean, that's spooky to me. I'm sorry. Them turkeys. That's why I love bow hunting them so much. They make an idiot out of me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. If I could, besides working with my dogs, if I could pick one thing, it would probably be turkey hunting.
Oh, I'm telling you. Well, and I get the dog thing. I that relationship and just watching the dogs work, and I love watching dogs chasing pheasant and quail, and I just think that, and my buddies at waterfowl hunt, I totally get the passion for that because it's a team. I mean, that's something pretty special in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it really is. And just to see, they know when they're going, and they live for it, and it gets you, on those tired mornings or days you're like, I don't know if I feel up to this. They make you feel up to it.
Yeah.
they're excited.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 8:13 and some change. We're visiting with Steph Lane from the Woods and Waters Project, and we're talking a little bit outdoor stuff. So, what's your are you going? Is turkey season? Are you still goose hunting? I know that goes for a little bit more, right?
Oh, we're done. We just had our last day.
You're not doing snows or anything?
No, I will. So my boyfriend's actually a snow goose guide, and he will be gone for about a month and a half traveling from Missouri to South Dakota for the spring snow goose season. So at some point, I'll be out there with him, probably in March.
Gotcha.
So we'll go after those eventually.
Yeah, and then you're getting ready for turkey season.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. We had for outdoor mentors, we had 21 we got 21 kids out turkey hunting last year, and I think I have about 30 hunts planned for this year so far. My goal is to get double that. I'd love to get at least 40 kids out turkey hunting this spring.
Hey, so with Iowa allowing 410s, is that helping you with getting kids involved?
Yes and no. Not really. I haven't seen like a direct impact that way, but the reason being is with Outdoor Mentors, in Iowa, we put a big focus on the Iowa Scholastic Clay Target Program athletes. So the reason being is most of those kids have hunter's ed. They know how to use a gun. They're safe. So that next step is easier to just get them out hunting.
Okay.
And most of those kids have, a shotgun. There's been a number of them that have 410s, like their family has them for, either it was passed down or they bought it for whatever reason. But not really. I haven't seen a lot of that yet. We did have someone with a 410 last year, but overall, these families when they're with the trap team, they already, they shoot guns, they understand guns, they're kind of building that collection of guns so they can get into different shooting sports or in different types of hunting. So it doesn't directly impact us, but it definitely helps because
what's the youngest hunters you've taken out?
We for our program 11.
Okay. Well, that's why I was kind of going. I didn't know if with a 410 or a 20. Some kids are afraid of that gun. I mean, you get a 12 on there and you shoulder it. I mean, sometimes it doesn't feel good to me. I mean, but 410s and stuff, they're so much easier to shoot. I just didn't know if that was a way to get a younger child involved that would not be so much afraid of the percussion.
Yeah, and we try to, like, all of our mentors have been so awesome. The ones who mentor across the state, most of those hunters have multiple types of firearms. So if it comes down to it and we know ahead of time, a lot of mentors will let kids, use their guns, meet up with them ahead of time to let them practice and shoot it before they go out hunting. It's really amazing, like, how above and beyond some of these mentors go. If anyone ever wanted to use a muzzle loader, or a 410 is a good example. A lot of mentors have those, or we'll discuss it with amongst each other, and we'll let each other borrow guns so these kids can learn them and try and shoot before. So that's pretty cool because then they're getting exposed to different ways to hunt them too.
The old night rifle TK2000 muzzleloading shotgun. There's a shoulder ripper.
Well, it helps. So in Kansas, they have a much longer and flexible deer season than we do in Iowa.
Yep.
Ours is kind of all over the place. So, they got, I think in like one weekend in Kansas this year, they had 100 deer hunters at one time. And it's just so tricky to do in Iowa. Most people don't, and I agree. We don't really take kids on shotgun drives, right? We're not taking them, with the Orange Army out. We're not introducing them that way. So that takes out a good chunk of the deer season. Muzzleloader is hard because most people don't have a muzzleloader. Mm-hmm. So, we have that. So we try to really utilize that youth season, get them out in shotgun season, but maybe not on like a drive, especially if it's their first hunt and they're there with a mentor who's not necessarily family and stuff like that. So it can get kind of complicated, like making that work where it's a good mix of a safe environment. They're going to try to get them on deer and make it where it's fun for them and they're going to want to go again.
That's the key right there is you want to take them out when they're going to see a lot of deer and they're going to have an opportunity. But, if you can sit there with them and, just teach them about woodsmanship but none of us like to sit out there all day and not see anything, right?
Yeah.
So that's the key is getting them out when they're going to see optimal movement to get them hooked.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. But what I've been really pleasantly surprised with is I think, oh gosh, it has to be. I don't know like the exact number, but it's got to be in the high 80 percentile of kids that they go hunting with us once, and whether or not they get anything, they sign up again, and then they sign up again.
That's good.
Yeah, so even if they're not getting anything, a lot of those kids keep signing up or try different species, which is really cool. Like, that shows me that they're enjoying it for different reasons than just the harvest part.
Yep.
Which is really special, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of times I go out and don't get anything, but I keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Steph, hang on. I got to take a real quick break. We'll be right back with Steph Lanes from Woods and Waters Project right here on 1350 ESPN. Hey everybody, Outdoors Dan here. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you a hunter? If you are, there's a group that I would like to introduce you to. Nice lady right there, folks. She does a good job. You can hear her on Fridays on the Outdoor Call radio app. What hunting is, but what it does for the state of Iowa. Did you know hunting in Iowa annually brings in huge economic resources to our state? Hunters buy tags and permits every year so they can hunt here. That impacts restaurants, retail stores, gas stations, convenience stores, outfitters, and guides all over the state of Iowa. That leads to hundreds of millions of dollars in state taxes and retail sales that help keep Iowa moving forward. Anti-hunting groups are working hard every year to limit your ability to hunt here. So Hunting Works for Iowa is partnering with not only hunters but businesses all across the state to protect your rights. If you want to learn more about Hunting Works for Iowa, or if you're interested in becoming a partner, please go check out their website. What's everybody doing today? Who's finding sheds? Anybody finding any sheds yet?
Family treat or a special gift idea? Hop on over to the Lollipop store, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard.
Yeah, I got to do a live show in a couple weeks with them.
Fresh flavors of the most
Lollipop.
delicious Iowa popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel,
Are you not doing it through them?
jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese.
Yeah, I'll be out there. I'll just do a remote show.
Okay, I was just asking because
no, I'm not. You're gonna call me and I'll run it through the system.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. If we're using their
not even open talking to them.
It's the same great popcorn.
I wouldn't either because they've upped those.
Locally grown and popped to perfection. Lollipop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact Lollipop at 515-262-3243 or go
yeah, Deer Classic. Deer Classic. You'll just call me. I'll have you run the board.
Okay.
Hi, this is old friend Steve.
Are we gonna have the same setup there?
Yeah.
Located in Wall Lake, Iowa.
Just drop on over here. We've got a nice
Hey, there you go, Carrie. That should be a lot of fun.
And I just hope that they let you in on time again, because wasn't it last year or the year before?
Year before. Yeah, we'll be all right. Yeah, we'll have that booth. We'll have a booth again, and
that's really cool though.
Check out our website for complete.
Yeah, so plan on that first weekend. I need you to be there.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real
There you go, Jeff.
Hello.
I think it just depends where you're fishing, Jeff. Some people are ripping the crappies like crazy, and then some people aren't. Morning, Huser.
We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as...
Yeah, they're dropping up here too,
We
Kent.
recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any
Yeah, I need to book
firearm
him. I got to
sell
call
or
him.
put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights, we handle
He's in
it all
Arizona.
at JLM Shooter Supply.
Living life.
Please stop by and see us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Irvindale, or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
I just got Grandview University on.
You did?
Hey, America.
Oh, big time.
Cookies is the
Wow.
one.
Gosh, yeah. There's it's called Victory Mounds, but the guy who's Rush Niggett.
He's what?
You know Rush Niggett at all? He's a lawyer, but he runs Victory Mounds and stuff. So
Thank you, Kent.
They do a lot of outdoor stuff on the stuff. I'll talk to him today. I bet the coach is cool. So.
America loves to eat.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We got Steph Lane on from Woods and Waters. Steph, Carrie Ulrich said to tell you hi.
Hi.
She's listening to you on Facebook Live.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. She says, I'm looking forward to going to a women's ice fishing event.
Yeah, we are going to Lake Okoboji the first weekend in February. Myself and 6 other ladies, so it'll be a really good time. We got a couple of ice shacks. We're actually going to sleep on the ice and
Really?
yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Well, that should be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. I love ice fishing. We have a mix of. There's a few ladies that are brand new to it, so have never done it before.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few of us have been doing it a while, so it'll be a good mix of people.
Yeah, I got to get up to Minnesota. I got a buddy of mine that's been trying to get me up there spearing northerns, and I keep telling him I'm going to come up, but I just get so busy or I get sidetracked. Hey, Brian, good to see you. I'd like to do that. That looks like a lot of fun too.
Yeah, spearing them, that would be super cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I got to tell you, if you're on the Outdoor Call Radio every Friday, now you also have your podcasts out there anywhere probably podcasts are available, correct?
Yeah, I'm everywhere now. I think I'm on Stitcher and Pandora and iHeartRadio,
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple,
Yeah.
all of those places.
Yep, you're doing good. You're doing good. So, turkey season's coming up. We got then we got fishing season. We got a little bit of ice fishing left. Are you going to go paddle fishing at all?
Am I going to go paddle fishing?
Yeah.
No, I don't have any plans for that at all.
Huh? Have you ever had paddlefish or spoonbill?
I've had spoonbill, and I would really like to go, but I just never have.
Okay. Well, no, I was just asking because there's a lot of people who've never done it before, but man, they're good. That's good eating.
Yeah, It is, and I remember I love when they get like I don't know, like I've seen a bunch of people who like frame the bone structure. It's super neat. I think they're super cool. I'd love to do it, but I'd kind of love to do everything. So I have a long list.
That's all right. Well, and going back to the scholastic shooting sports and stuff, we're going to be Charlie Mundy and the Grandview Vikings. We're going to be helping them with recruitment on the rest of the year on here on the radio show. They do a wonderful collegiate trap program at Grandview University. So the shooting sports programs I think are really, really good about getting kids involved. And if you can get some tuition help and enjoying out there shooting, I think that's a win-win.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Grandview, we've done hunts for their team last couple of years, so we've hunted with them. They do have a really great thing going. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think they've got 4 national champions and a bunch of All-Americans. So I applaud the National Archery in Schools program. I'm a big supporter of that. I think that's awesome. The kids' scholastic shooting programs are awesome. The fishing programs that are out there for kids that are getting into the education systems with college, you can get on fishing teams. There's a lot of outdoor opportunities out there for kids or for younger people to take advantage of while they continue their education career. So, that's why I love what you're doing, because you're getting people hooked on stuff that they'll be able to carry through the rest of their life.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I hope so. I only wish all of this had started sooner. These programs, it wasn't that long I was in high school, and they didn't exist when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So it's neat. It's neat to see that.
Well, see, back when I was in high school, we drove stone cars, and we had to hunt to live. That's how we went. Back in Bedrock. Back in the old days. Yeah. I'm telling you, if someone wants to get involved and help be a mentor, or has land that they would like to help you and host some kids, or just want to help you with your mentoring program, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, I often say I'm probably a little too Googleable, but if you go to outdoormentors.org, my contact information is on there. My name is Steph, and I'm the Iowa Program Coordinator. My number, email is on there. Call, text, email, whatever is great. We have a mentor sign up, so if you go to outdoormentors.org/mentor, or just go to our mentor tab, there is a sign up form, and I'll be notified. Our team will be notified. It's a really quick questionnaire and background, because we do have all of our mentors do a background, but it'll just ask you what you're interested in mentoring or what your hunting experience is, so we can look at that, and then I would give you a call, and we would try to plan something to get a kid out there with you.
That's awesome. Well, like I said, when I retire from Respect the Game TV, I'll get a hold of you, and we'll see if we can't get some turkey hunts or something going on.
That would be awesome. We would love that. And yeah, anything helps, really. Just, it's amazing. We haven't been in Iowa that long in comparison to Kansas, and just even if you don't have the time to mentor, or land is a big one, obviously, but just sharing it and supporting it and kind of passing the word on does a lot. So just something as simple as that, if you just don't have the time, is very helpful for our program. You just never know who it's going to reach.
Hey, have you guys reached out to Hunting Works for Iowa?
Hunting Works for Iowa? No, I don't think we've made any serious contact with that.
You need to Google that and look up Mike Knuth. Mike is the director for that. They have Hunting Works chapters for every state in the country. It's from the Shooting Sports Foundation. But Steph, that might be a good partner for you.
Yeah.
Tell him Outdoors Dan sent you.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, hey kiddo, thanks for everything. Appreciate the program on the app. You can hear Steph every Friday. It's Steph, and I don't know what I call the playlist now. Steph and Steph, food plots and other fun stuff or something like that. I don't know. It's just I know we talk food plots. Steph's talking about the outdoors and Steph, food plots and working class bow hunters. That's what Friday's playlist is. But anyway, we appreciate you being part of that, and we'll talk to you soon. If you need anything, reach out.
Yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Have a great weekend.
You too.
There she goes, Steph Lane, Woods and Waters Project. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfort.
As far as you know,
Now is a
he's
great
not,
time to call the experts at Wyckoff
I got a
Heating and
text,
Cooling
yeah.
at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time
I still
on the
can't
water
believe we got
or in
snow
the
up here.
woods this year, please call the folks
How
at
much snow did you
Wyckoff
get?
Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff
got
Heating
4
and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
We need to get the side of our siding fixed up because we had a
Hey guys,
the
Outdoors Dan
ice,
here. Do you have
the
a message
rain
that
and
you
the
need help
ice,
getting out,
and
or
then
do you need help
tree
promoting
right
your
next to our
business?
house.
If you do, we need to have a chat. You ever thought
You've
about
had bad
letting
luck
your
with that
people do
house.
the promotion while you're out driving around town? If you haven't,
It's
let's
a
talk a little
heck
bit
of a
about
backyard.
Chase Decals in Ames,
And in
Iowa,
the prairie
and what they
land,
can
and I
do for
love
you.
that.
I just got
But
my truck wrapped up at Chase Decals in Ames, and they
ever
did
since
an
the
amazing
derecho, our
job.
trees are just.
Josh, Bob, and the staff
But
took the time to find
they're
out exactly what my
massive
needs
trees.
were, what
Yeah.
my
And
goals were going to be.
it'd take me
And
$2
they went
grand
to work
to
designing
knock
a
one
raft
down.
that just
Yeah, that's all right.
pops
I can't
off my
do that.
ZR7.
So I just
Now,
have
wherever
a
I
grit
go,
and
folks
bear
will be talking about the Outdoor
aerial
Call Radio
salt.
Network. If you need help getting your message out or showing people what exactly your business does, I want you to pick up the phone and call Josh at 515-292-6466. That's 515-292-6466. Or go online to chasedecals.com and start planning your campaign today.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep
Morning,
open
Kyle.
and not
Good to
have
see
a
ya.
traditional fence to protect your pet?
Morning, Brian.
No worries. Call Chris at Pet Stop of Des Moines. Chris Spoltra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the Des Moines area and has been keeping pets safe for over 19 years. A Pet Stop system will not only keep your pet from leaving your desired area outside, but can also be set up to keep your pet out of areas in your home. The Pet Stop system is underground, keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user app on your phone, you can customize the Pet Stop system to help your dogs enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time. For more information,
Couple
on how to
minutes, we'll
protect
be
your
back.
pet and keep your home looking great, call 515-975-2190 or go online at petstop.com. Pet Stop of Des Moines. Outdoors Dan recommended and Raven approved.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game.
Well, there you go, bud. Get some geese.
Cold and fresh. Wherever your adventure takes you, Arctic Ice Packs are a rugged ice
Better stay there and cook. Make some money, Kent.
and does not have the slushy mess that can
Never seen a guy run a restaurant that don't want to work. All he wants to do is go shoot things. He's got baby backs and brisket to cook.
If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Packs.
I don't know about you, user.
And fish at dry ice temperatures for the travel back home. For tailgating or camping, try the Chill and Brew Packs. They'll keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure.
Priorities.
Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry
I know who tells you what your priorities are, Lynette.
hideout, Passport and Alpine. They now carry SMC
You got a little
forage
checkboard.
trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo.
Kent's priorities.
Imperial
1.
RV also features a full
Smoke the
service center
ribs.
ready for any repair
2.
your RV might have.
Make that coleslaw. 3. Go to work.
To help you with all your financial
4.
needs. They also have a
Maybe
full-service
take
parts
one
department
day to
for
hunt.
anything you might need to keep your camper going.
5. Take your deer identification class.
27 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515.
That's probably on 3, isn't it?
Or check them out online at
Ryan says he taught you everything you know about goose hunting.
ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny, making memories.
That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what the man said. He said that. I asked him. He said it.
On Des Moines Sports Leader. 13
You know I love you, buddy.
ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Early child online education training scheduled this spring. I forgot to ask Pete about this. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources and Iowa State University Extension Outreach are offering an online training for the national award-winning Growing Up Wild Activity Guide. Got that all in. This online training provides exciting hands-on activities and resources to help kids 3 to 7 get outdoor and explore nature. Activities are age-appropriate practices, concepts to nurture a child's sense of wonder about nature, wildlife, and the great outdoors. Early learning activities focus on math, science, language, literacy, health, living, play, and creativity. Participants are required to complete an online pre-workshop activity and attend the virtual training on March 9 from 6 to 9. Cost is $15 and includes Growing Up Wild Activity Guide. Discounted rate is made possible with the support of the Iowa Project Wild. Participants receive 4 clock hour credit for a child care license renewal approved by the Iowa Department of Natural Human Services. That's a pretty cool program. George will tell you who taught who. You talking about George Lynch? Well, I know who taught George Lynch. Diane Lynch taught George everything he knows. I'm telling you. And I don't know, Kent. Ryan says Ryan and Josh are the killers of the family. You're there to help maintain carcasses. That's what I hear. What time is it? 8:39. Is it really 8:39?
Yep. It just keeps slipping on us every time, surprising us.
Brandon says dying cottontail is not the only prey distress call. Well, there you go, Brandon. I like that. I didn't even mention anything about that. That's just a public service announcement from Brandon Berg. Thanks, Brand. Hey, I like your reloading shelf, man. I saw that on Facebook the other day. That looked pretty good, man. Nice reloading area. Arrowhead Lake, 7 to 8 inches ice. Blackhawk Lake, crappie, walleye, yellow perch are fair. Blackhawk Pits, ice thickness 7 to 8 inches. Brushy Creek, crappie, bluegill are fair. Yellow perch are good, walleye are fair. Storm Lake, walleye are fair. White bass, yellow perch are fair. Clear Lake, crappie fair, gills are fair, walleye are fair. Yellow bass are slow, yellow perch are good. Black crappie bite is slow, Little Wall Lake. Lower Pine Lake, gills are good. Rice Lake, ice thickness is 0 to 12 inches, depending on where you go. Bluegill bite is fair, perch are good. Try a small jig tip with bait near vegetation. Silver Lake, gills are good, perch are fair. Spirit Lake, the eyes are good, yellow perch are good. West Okoboji, crappie bite is fair, gills are good, yellow perch are fair. Rathbun Reservoir, black crappie bite, no report. Walleye bite, no report. I'm not going anywhere farther on that one. 3 Mile, geese have open water. The geese have open water. It sounds like a code from World War II. Doesn't it? The geese have open water.
Like a secret phrase.
Yeah, it's like
club.
Yeah. The French are screaming fries.
The French have fries.
The French have fries. Yeah.
The outdoors has Dan.
Yeah. The geese have open water. I don't know why that popped into my head. I've been watching too much World War II stuff lately. Let's see. Big hunt to crappie, bluegill, and striped bass were all hitting good at Minnewassada. Well, thanks, Kyle. I appreciate that. Go to Minnewassada. Oh, I just like saying that. Minnewaska.
Minnewaska.
Yeah. Big hunt contest at Triple H Outfitters is going on underway on the Outdoor Call Radio app. If you haven't downloaded the app, you should do that. It's free. All you got to do is listen Monday through Sunday, okay? I've got that promo running every day, 6-7 times. So all you got to do is listen to a couple shows and you'll hear the promo and it'll tell you what to do. It's almost up to $7,000 in value. They got a $4,500 whitetail hunt. You got a $1,100 bow. You got Pure Whitetail gift cards, Onyx gift cards, Game Hide gift cards, Sportsman's Warehouse gift cards, free shoulder mount from Joe's Brothers Taxidermy. You get a Work Sharp sharpener, Itasca hunting boots, and a whole bunch of other stuff. All you got to do is listen to the Outdoor Call Radio app. It's available on your app device store. Free. Just listen in and you'll hear the promo, and it's easy what to do. Dan, I'm looking. I ordered an ERA yesterday. I cannot wait to get the bow. Well, an Era. He ordered an Era. That's that carbon bow from Elite. Hey, Richard, thank you for telling me that. I forgot to say the hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the shootability challenge yet? If you haven't, I encourage you to go down to Archery Field and Sports or an archery dealer near you that carries Elite and take the challenge, and you'll see what all the fuss is about. Try the Omnia. That's what I'm shooting for this turkey season. All right. I got that. I got that done. Got that done. All right. Let me take one more quick break so I stay on time, and then when we come back, we'll do the outdoor calendar right here on 1350 ESPN.
This is your last big break.
Well, that's good because
You're heading out on your morning.
I'm ahead of schedule.
Before sunrise, so you can stay undetected.
You'll like that bow, Richard. Stays warm in the cold. Larry absolutely loves it. I haven't shot it yet because I shoot a 59-pound bow, and I'm always the last one to get a bow because they always make the 70s and then the 65s and then the 60s. So, everything I've heard about it's been good, bud.
It also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next stand locations. The Onyx Hunt app is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand.
I said call Larry, see if he answers.
Mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens.
He ain't gonna answer. He's busy. I tried calling him last night and he didn't answer.
So, if you want to always know
maybe an ambush call
the ability to save information that will help you be a better hunter, go download the Onyx Hunt app.
Jenny's all upset because that deer's dead at the house.
If you're into cooking wild game or grilling,
my poor wife's soft-hearted, man. She can't stand to see that.
Delicious meals are great tasting snacks. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to help you make some of the best tasting sausage, snack sticks, or jerky around. High Mountain Seasonings offers simple, easy-to-use kits that are used at home, including
whitetails should not be hit by cars, man.
Produce wild game snacks your family will love. High Mountain Seasonings makes grilling steaks or smoking your favorite meats taste even better with their specialty spices, marinades, and rubs for deer, elk, or your favorite steaks. High Mountain has also just introduced taco and fajita blends that are spicing up kitchens and grills all across the country. Look for High Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse or at your
now watch the phone because he always says he tries to call back.
HIMTNjerky.com for recipes and to find the closest store near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship, a marriage, or just helping with everyday stress, please consider...
What's everybody doing today? Anybody going, are you going shut hunting? You going rifle hunting? You going fishing?
That can be harmful to your health, relationships, and...
Gonna watch football?
New Life offer one-on-one sessions that get right to the heart of the matter. We work with you so you
I'm gonna shoot my bow. I'm gonna fletch some arrows. Watch a little football. That's what I'm doing. And then I gotta load the app for the rest of the week for next week.
Or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7 at newlifecounseling.com.
And I got the radio show tomorrow night in St. Louis. I'm busy. Busy. Working. Well, Kyle, I appreciate that. God bless you, man. Keep that economy going. I gotta work Of course, I love what I do, so it's really not work. You know, isn't that what they say? If the secret to success is doing what you love for a job, it's still work. I get to work every day. Watching 2 grandkids. There you go, Neil. Now that's some work right there. You know, the best thing about that, Neil, is you can get them all spun up and then send them home. You just go on home with mom and dad now. That's called revenge. I doubt if I live long enough to see my grandkids. The way my kids are going. Yeah, you're a grandfather. He was a pistol. He was always wrong.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right. Welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, brought to you by the fine folks at Advanced Family Dentistry. Dr. Yagi actually had a patient sitting in the chair this fine week and said, that Outdoors Dan fellow sent you. And he goes, what? He goes, well, just a minute. Let me get that out. That Outdoors Dan fellow sent me. Dr. Yagi was all happy about that. I said, well, there you go. All the pressure's off of me for the rest of the year. If you want to see what all the fuss is about at Advanced Family Dentistry, go to 907 North Ankeny Boulevard. If you're new to the area or just need a new dentist, that's where I go. That's where my family goes. They'll take great care of you. When it comes to cleanings, cavities, fillings, root canals, crowns, they are your one-stop dental shop. Been voted best dentistry practice in Ankeny for millennia now. They just do a great job. He's a Jedi dentist. And why is that? Because I'm a big baby and he uses the Force to calm me down. And he's just a good guy. So Dr. Brandt, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Williams, is it Dr. Jackson? They got a new doctor there.
Jackson sounds really familiar.
Is that? I don't know if that's it or not.
I haven't been there since.
Well, you need to go. That's probably you need to go and.
Well, I haven't been there with the new one. I haven't seen this.
They're all good people, and they'll do a great job for you. And when you leave, they always should say, "May the floss be with you." 964-1490, 964-1490. AnkenySmiles.com is the website. There you go. All right, so what was I going to tell you about? So next, what do we got? 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I will be doing the show out at Lot of Pop Popcorn in Ankeny. Come on out. I'll have some popcorn and some other fun stuff for you. The Beast Feast is going to be February 18th out at Stony Creek Inn. If you want tickets for that, just go on Facebook and look up Family Cancer Network. When you pull their page up, there's going to be a little red sign right there in the middle of their page. It says Beast Feast. You click on that and you can buy your tickets right there. We got some really good stuff. Revelton, I was down at Revelton the other day. They got rye whiskey coming out any day now. And got a chance to take a swig of that and out of the barrel even. It was tasty, man. Morning, Jake. Good to see you, buddy. I don't know what they call that, a barrel taste? I don't know. All I know is he took the plug out and I had to sit there and open my yap and it just piled in and I said, that's enough. But it tasted really good. I'm telling you. Let's see. So Revelton's going to have a big package at the Beast Feast auction off too. That's going to be exciting. Jones Brothers Taxidermy, 515-249-4362 is your number to call. So let me see if I can do something here real quick. I'm going to see. I don't know if he might be hunting. I tried calling Larry. Larry never answers anymore. He's busy. He's a busy man. And, Bo Harris. Let me see what Bo is doing this morning. This live call is brought to you by the fine folks at the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. Dun, 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 dun. Good morning, Bo Harris. I'm on the phone live on the radio right now. Hey, am I okay to do an ice fishing package? Okay, thank you, Bo. I'll email you the winner or text you the winner when I get done. All right, Bo. Thanks, bud. All right. That was Bo Harris from Bojangle Baits. So we're trivia today. I'm going to do an ice fishing package so we can get you a bunch of baits and stuff from made in the good old US of A down there at Bojangle Baits in Missouri. And we will get you, let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm going to ask you a trivia question. The trivia question is, what state did I catch my biggest crappie in? What state, Google proof, What state did I catch my biggest crappie in? You can call in at 244-1350, 244-1350. I'll give you a hint. It's not Missouri or Iowa or Illinois.
Oh, okay. So you're narrowing down the 52.
Well, I mean, crappie fishing, I'm not going to go that far, right? Yeah. It wasn't Kansas. So, you tell me what state.
He's already helped you out.
That's a big 244-1350. Get you about $100 tackle pack. So, alrighty. Waiting on that. We'll see how that's going. Let's see. Don't forget to go check out Respect the Game TV.
Yeah, we're doing.
We got Tuesday 9:30, Mondays at 5, Thursdays at 7. Now that's on Sportsman's Channel. We're on Pursuit too, and you can also check us out at let's see, it's MOTV, Waypoint TV, the Hunt Channel, Pursuit, Sportsman's. We're on 6 networks now. It's crazy. Let's see. Oh, did I tell you about Jones Brothers Taxidermy? 515-249-4362. Well, if I didn't, I did it. That's where I get all my stuff done. Good fine fellers over there.
Can I get your name quick?
Let's see.
You can.
Let's see. Herman's Fine Jewelers. Told you about Herman's.
In case we get disconnected.
I think I'm all caught up. So we'll try to. Let me see if I can get Andrew to hit the phone for me.
Sounds good. We'll get to you here in just a little bit.
Let's see what Neil. Let's go talk to Neil first. And Neil, I believe, is upline with us. Morning, Neil.
Good morning, Dan.
How you doing?
I'm good.
What state did I catch my biggest crappie in?
Well, I'm going to guess Missouri.
I just said it wasn't Missouri.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
It's not Iowa. It's not Missouri.
Minnesota.
Well, let me finish before you go farther here. It's not Illinois. It's not Missouri. It's not Iowa, and it's not Kansas. And when I go to Minnesota, I walleye fish. So I'll let you take one more shot. Where would you think I would catch a big crappie at? What state's known for big crappie?
Big crappie. Arkansas?
It was not Arkansas, but thanks for playing.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Neil. I appreciate it. Let's go see what Ken's up to this morning. Good morning, Ken.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, how about Wisconsin?
It was not Wisconsin, Ken, but that was a good try.
All right.
Thank you, Ken. Ken's always everybody's going north. It's crappie, man. Think big crappies. Go south. 244-1350. 244-1350. I know I've talked about this on the radio several times over the years. See, think of what's a big crappie lake? You know, it's $100. I just can't give it away. You know, gotta make it a little challenging. If you buy a raffle ticket, is that your dinner ticket to get into the Beast Feast, or do you buy the tickets to get in? I only saw either a table or a raffle ticket. Carrie, you should be able to buy an individual ticket. Email them and ask them real quick. Will you do that for me, Carrie? I apologize. There should be tickets available on there, Carrie. So that's how they told me to do it.
In case we get
they told me just click the button. You should be able to do I wouldn't think you'd have to buy a whole table. Anyway, email them, Carrie, and I'll make sure they give you. If you want to go, I'll make sure they get you a ticket. Okay? Just if you having problems, get a hold of me. Let's go say hi to Tim real quick. Good morning, Tim.
How are you this morning?
I'm good, Tim. How are you doing?
Not bad.
Yeah. What do you want to take a shot here?
I do.
Yeah.
How about Mississippi?
You know, Mississippi. That's a very good answer, but it's not Mississippi.
Oh darn.
Yeah.
You got big crappies there.
Oh, they got giant crappies in Mississippi, but you're close.
All right. Well, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Tim. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah. Bye-bye. Good morning, Hank, down at Revelton. Good to see you. Mississippi, man, they got 3-pound crappies down there. I mean, they're slabs. I mean, that's a slab crappie. You know how big a 3-pound crappie is? Mine was not quite 3 pounds. Mine was 2 3/4. Oh, I got 1 minute left. Well, you better see if you can get somebody on here real quick. I'm just waiting on.
Can I get your name quick?
Mike. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Mr. Andrew. He's scribbling quick. Can we do this in 30 seconds?
621.
29.
621.
28. 27. 26. Let's go say hi to Mike. Good morning, Mike.
Indiana.
It's not Indiana, but that's a good shot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. Do what?
We got one more call.
You got one more call? All right. I'll try and extend this out. I got, what is it, 8:57 and some change? All right.
No, we have not. Can I get your name?
Let's see.
Tony. All right. And your number?
I think I'm caught up. I'm just waiting on. We're gonna talk to. We're one more try for this big Bojangle package. Tony. What state, Tony?
Try Alabama.
It was not Alabama, Tony, but that's a good try.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, the correct answer was Tennessee, Reelfoot Lake in Tennessee. So we'll give it away next week, guys. All right, I got to run. We'll be back next week, God willing. Until then, check us out on the Outdoor Call Radio app, and be well, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being patient with me today. I appreciate that. I'll talk to you soon. If you need anything, just DM me, and I'll get back with you. Otherwise, I will talk with you next Wednesday, if not before. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Shortly thereafter, you may or may